glasses. All right, cheers. Yeah, my God, let's get that. That's something, yeah.
Jeff,
Hey,
he looks excited.
Well, it's about as excited. RoboCop, he's been looking forward to this movie for a long time. As he's right in there. It's like he feels he can identify.
Yeah, he's a good friend, RoboCop.
Yeah, Hey, you sound very American in that clip, Gary. That's very, very good.
Yeah.
Because you're from London.
I'm from South London.
South London. Yeah, I was looking at your thing on the Google today.
Yeah. On the Google.
You're from a very scary neighbourhood in South London, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Go, geez, all right.
But you're from the...
a wee bit.
You're from the Gorbals, yeah?
Yeah. And so now we're both in Southern California.
Yes.
Hey, I remember the first time I saw you as an actor was actually playing a kind of guy. It was a show, a little BBC, I think it was the BBC, it was called The Firm, about soccer hooligans.
Yeah,
you were very scary in that.
The Alan Clark movie, God bless him, the last thing he did before he died. But he was a great English director, and yeah, it was about those hooligans.
Soccer hooligans.
Yeah, I remember at the time. I think it was Thatcher who wanted to close down the grounds and just make it ticket holders, and of course what she didn't realise was they all had American Express cards.
Right, yeah, all the soccer hooligans had money,
Yeah, they all had money. They all had decent jobs, and at the weekend they would...
It was very frightening. It was a little bit Clockwork Orangey, a little bit. You're like, oh, I didn't know it. Because you think of, I don't have any work, I just go around creating violence. But they were like, you know... regular guys during the week, and
then on a Saturday, I remember standing up in the crowd with them. Do you know what a soggy prog is?
A soggy prog?
Yeah.
No, but I'll have one. Come on, give me a soggy prog. I'll give it a go.
No, in the old days when it was the stands, now it's stadium seating and everything.
Right, the stands, people used to literally stand on the terraces.
And they used to stand on the terraces, and you was all like crammed in. You were like, like sardines, and you couldn't get to the men's room. So what you would do is... So you would roll up your program.
Oh, yeah, the program, yeah.
And do it where you were standing, and that was called a
soggy prog?
That was a soggy prog.
I've changed my mind. I don't want one now. No, you're a soccer fan, no, aren't you? You're a football fan. Millwall, right?
Millwall.
Yeah, Millwall's a club where I think of the how can I say this? It's a little bit like the Raiders here. You know what I mean? That the fans are a little... They're a very specific bunch of fans. They're known for their excitability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a very... It used to be a very violent... You know, I mean, I love the fact that I enjoy baseball, and I take my sons to, you know...
Your kids American?
Yeah. So I take them to the Dodger Stadium, and I find it's also...
Hey!
And I love the fact that it's so civilized.
Yeah, it's family thing.
And a big family thing. You couldn't do that back home with the soccer.
I think you can now.
Now you can, but you couldn't do it before.
No, I remember going to see soccer games in Britain. I wouldn't even tell people. Like, people would ask you what soccer team you supported in order to beat you up.
Yeah.
Like, even if they supported the same one you supported, it was just a question. It was a kind of icebreaker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for it. Do you live over here full time now then?
I've lived here 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in like you. I was in New York.
Right, I did a bit in New York.
Yeah, I was there for 7 years.
Oh dear, yeah.
Some good times in New York.
There were some good times, yeah. I think I get forced out during the Giuliani clean up the city. Yeah, it was. Were you still, you know, kind of enjoying life in a different way?
I was enjoying life in a different way back then. A few of those.
Yeah, I had some very dark times in New York City.
I remember being woken up in the back of a taxi cab in Times Square, and I'd taken a cab and passed out, and the driver couldn't wake me up, so he just pulled up into Times Square, looked for a cop, because he thought, what am I going to do with this guy? I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
And I remember being woken up, hey buddy, like this, and I sort of came to, and they said, you got to pay the man. you've got to pay the driver. So I said, oh, I'm sorry. And they said, where do you live? And I said, I'm over on the west side. They said, come in, we'll give you a lift. And the guy who was the sort of the guy in the lobby, what they call
Doorman.
The doorman, concierge.
Right.
I mean, he had seen me coming back in various states of.
He knew what he was dealing with.
Yeah. But he was amazed that I pulled up in the police car, and they said, so you know, take it easy, buddy. You know.
It's nice. The cops in New York are amazing. I remember I had enjoyed some delicious beverages with some Irish friends one night. And I was down on the Lower East Side. I was on a motorcycle, which I belonged to somebody I knew. And and I came off it. And the cop said, you know, I came off at a traffic light, and the cop came over and went, okay, give me your license and registration. I was kind of drunk, and I had a British driver's license. But it was back in the day when the British driver's license was like folded out, and there was like
open it up, yeah.
a picture of Harry Potter on it, and all that. And an owl. It's like, you know, to whom it may concern, Her Majesty the Queen says you may drive a horseless carriage, and all that. And the cop looked at it, he said, I can have that. So I said, that's a British driver's license. He went, just go home, buddy. Just go home.
Yeah.
I've always been very quick.
I had one who a cop opened mine up, the same thing, because there was no ID.
Right.
And if you were caught, you had 2 days or whatever to present it to the nearest police station if you didn't actually have it on your person. I mean,
right.
So it had no ID picture, and he did the same thing. He opened, it up like this, and he said, what the? He said, is this a birth certificate?
In a way. We have to take a break. But then when we come back, we'll talk about RoboCop.
Yeah.
All right. Gary Oldman, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We're back on.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, none of that we were talking about. But the RoboCop. So he's a robot and a cop.
And I am no, not crazy. What am I talking about? I'm the, it's the show, isn't it?
It's you're the inventor, aren't you?
Yes, I'm the creator.
Oh, yeah. You are the Dr. Frankenstein of this movie.
I'd rather dance with the horse.
Oh, all right, you can if you want. We're out of time. You want to finish up with a dance? I'll dance with you. Get some music. Go over, everybody. Come on.